With respect to email marketing, having a database of people email address is very important. Number one. Okay, so database of customers or prospects, okay, email address. Now this customers or prospects email address should not be the static one. This database needs to be updated. Okay, the database needs to be updated. When I say updated, there should be new people added inside your email database, and there should be people who supposed to be removed from your database. So your database should be updated. Okay, adding a new and also removing the people inside the email database. Okay, you can have an Excel sheet or a Google document sheet and make sure that you collect email with the details like first name, okay, last name, okay, and their email address. Okay, this is one option. So whenever you collect the database, make sure that you fetch their first name, you fetch their last name, their email address, preferably if you can, not necessarily, but the phone number. Okay, so preferably the phone number, okay, not the other personal information. Okay, once you get all this, you have to create the database by yourself. Okay, please make sure don't buy the database from anywhere or so. Okay, as I've already said, the best method of creating the email database is to create a Google Forms and put that Google Forms in your website. Now, don't ask me this question like how can I create a Google Form? That you can explore. Okay, and you can put it on your website. That is your choice. Okay. Now, how to do it? That is, I'm leaving it in your hands to go figure out. Create a Google Forms and put it into your website. Okay. So the logic is your website should have a form where you can go ahead and ask people to fill their details. And one such example is this. Okay, this is what I do with my website. When people come to my website, after 5 seconds there is an option to apply for my course. When people click on this apply now button, they will be taken to the form where I can apply. Okay, so the form gathers information along with the first name, last name, and the requirement for which they want to learn the digital marketing course for. So with all this information, okay, I can make sure that the person is really serious about studying or not. Okay, so I get this information and I can access this information under the Google Forms section. Okay, so let me say under this one. Okay, so this is the ID where I use Google Forms. So forms.google.com. So once people come, fill up the form and submit. Okay, I can go to my Google Forms section. Okay, and click open the form which I have created. This is basically Amadou Kumar's digital marketing course. Okay, see, remember only those people who are really serious about learning the digital marketing would have taken some time and applied for the course. Okay, so when I see here, till now I have seen 45 applications. Okay, where I see individuals. Okay, so each and every individual have submitted their data. His name is Prabhu, his email address is there, his phone number is there, the country is actually from India, so other course details. Okay, and the digital marketing course. So these are the details which I have received. Okay, now I can go to my Excel sheet and I take only the name, first name, last name, and the email address for all the 45 plus people. Like this, what I'm supposed to do, I need to create a database or list on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so after having the list created, now look at this one. My website talks about digital marketing training. So whenever people explore information about digital marketing training in internet and they come to my website, you need to think only people who are related to digital marketing will come to my website. Okay, people who are related to real estate won't come to me. Of course, they will come to me for digital marketing requirements, but not for real estate requirements. Okay, so my customers are filtered or narrowed down to a digital marketing training requirement because my content, website content, speaks about it. Okay, now once I have this database, I have to increase the visitors coming to my website on a consistent basis. Then automatically I will have a huge database increased. Okay, and after collecting this database, whenever you send email to those people, okay, in your database, you will have an option to unsubscribe. So people will go away from your email subscription if they are not interested. So now what happens when you add somebody inside? Okay, your database remains somewhere around, let me say, 500, but when people unsubscribe from your email database, then your 500 list becomes lesser based on number of people who are going away. So it is actually addition and subtraction, but end of the day, when new people come in, when the old people go out, new people come in, old people go out, in the long run you will have a valid active database. So people, so you need to add new email address and remove, okay, old or unsubscribed email addresses. Okay, so this is the process of building the list. Now if you ask me, sir, how can I go out and build the list? No, I'm not going to give an answer for that one. Okay, there are several processes. You beg, borrow, or steal, but what we need is the first name, last name, and email address related to your business. Remember, if you are not having a email database that is related to your business, then there is no business which is going to happen. Okay, so you need to make sure that you create your email list by adding new people inside, but don't add random people. Add only those people who are interested. Now the best way to do it is to do proper SEO for your website, or ask people to register for your product or services from only those areas or places where the people are related to your products or services. Okay, don't go to college students and ask them to subscribe for your services. Maybe college students may not be interested in taking up a digital marketing course from you. What's the big deal? Okay, any which ways, but if your content speaks about digital marketing course, the people can come and they sign up. Only those people who sign up for your newsletter or the digital marketing course will be very serious about your product or services. So once you send email to those people who are really serious about your product or services, they may end up taking up your services. There can be a decent or a proper sale that is happening. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so this is about building the list or process. Okay, I'm going to talk about segmentation. Okay, segmentation in email marketing. Okay, first you need to understand what is segmentation. Okay, segmentation is nothing but narrowing down or highly defining your audience. Okay, segmentation is highly defining your audience. You need to make sure that you segregate your audience very specifically. Okay, for example, if you take, home, there will be a cupboard. Okay, inside the cupboard they will be having their dresses arranged. Okay, now think of this way: there is one cupboard which is scrambled, where the daughter's dress, the mother's dress, okay, the husband's dress, all the dresses are mixed together and dumped inside. Now it is very difficult to retrieve somebody else's cloth easily. On the other hand, in the, another cupboard, it is arranged in such a way that the first section is for the father, the next section is for the mother, and another shelf is for the kid, especially for a son, and another shelf is for the daughter. Now, when you see a cupboard that is organized, it is very easy to go and take up a cloth immediately. Okay, at the same time, you can segment. Okay, you can segment the email database, okay, based on labels. Labels means the categories. For example, okay, if you are having a database of email, if possible, segregate them like single, which means people who are not married, okay, and segregate like married. Okay, how it is going to affect you, I don't know, right? Let me say you are creating a database of email address for a matrimonial service. Now in that category you need to make sure that you have an email database for single or married, so you need to segregate your database something like that. Okay, and let me say if you are sending out an email for those people who want to learn digital marketing, and you need to make sure all those people who enrolled in your course, for example, okay, now you can categorize your email database based on how they have applied. Okay, application, so people who have applied, but people who applied but enrolled, that is another list you can have. People who have applied but did not enroll, okay, not enrolled. Okay, so this is another option. So they applied, and out of the whole applied people, let me say some 20 people enrolled for the course. Now you need to have a separate list of people who enrolled for the course, and you need to have a separate list of people those who are not enrolled for the course. Now what you can do, you can send out a separate welcome email for those people who applied for the course. Now, when you have the database that is created separately, where it contains only about those people who enrolled for the course, now what you can do, for those people who enrolled for the course, you can send them a material, you can send them a fees notification, you can send them a class schedules, okay. And for those people who did not enroll for your courses, what you can do, you can send out your the testimonials, you can send out your promotional content, you can send out the video content, so that after watching your promotional video or all those content, people may end up subscribing for your course. Okay, so what if you don't segment or separate your email database, or you don't categorize or organize your email database? Now whenever you want to communicate an information to the respective set of people, you cannot do it. Okay, let me say you have 100 people who operate for the course and you did not segment it. Now people applied but they did not pay the fees, they did not enroll. So what if you send them the video content material link for them? That becomes waste for them, right? Or you end up sending your video content to somebody who doesn't deserve it. So it is very very important to categorize your email database. Even if you have a 10 email database or you have a 1 lakh plus email addresses, segmentation is very 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 important. Okay, this segmentation can be based on your business. Okay, and another segmentation is people who came to your database new, people who unsubscribed. If you don't have your email address segmented like this with unsubscribed or other stuff, the possibilities are you may end up sending promotional email to those people who already unsubscribed, and they'll be frustrated and they'll be telling like, I already told you don't send me emails, but you are sending me again and again, which means we are not segmenting our email the right way. Okay, so it is very important to organize or segment the email address. Okay, for example, let me say you get a database of 2 lakh people. Okay. Now, the 2 lakh people's database should be segmented the proper way. For example, college going students, okay, housewives, okay, working professionals, business people. Now, when you have this email address database segmented the right way, okay, now you can send out the related product based on that email database, so that the probability of having a good conversion is very high. Okay, now let us peep through these two process. Okay, number one is like tips, build email list. Okay, so there's lots of technique. Oh, somebody has said 40 ways of building techniques. Now when you come into a situation where you want to know how to build email database, now simply go out and ask Google, okay, on how to do it. You get the ideas. Okay, so they say post out the sign up sheet, obviously the first option. Create a form, ask people to sign up. Okay, give your business cards to other people and let them connect with you. Organize an event, okay, in front of a mall or a places. Okay, if you have a club or something like that, invite people to attend the functions. Okay, give something for free and you can take their database. Okay, so ask them to fill their list by sending out a postal card or a inline letter. Okay, telemarketing. Okay, optimizing your website. Okay, so there are 40 plus techniques. So I just want you to go out and explore about these things on how do you build your email database. Okay, after building your email database, okay, you need to segment it. Okay, I'm going to give this one for your reference. Okay, so you can use it. And the next one is the understanding segmentation in email marketing. Okay. Okay, so segmentation is a division of email subscribers into smaller segments based on a set of criteria. Now, this set of criteria you have to define for your own customers and audience. Okay, typically segmentation is used to personalize, okay, to deliver information that is highly personalized and related to the users. Okay, so that their geographical location, their interest, and their purchase and everything is related, and the probability of conversion is very high. Okay, so I just added information about building the email list and database and segmenting the email addresses. Okay, now you will be able to do these things practically only when you have a database. So there are a few things where I want you to go ahead and create a database of yourself by following any of this technique. Okay, and I'll be sharing about, okay, sending email to your clients, the final step using a client tool called MailChimp. Okay, so we will be discussing about those in the upcoming sessions to come. Thank you.